Hello everyone, this is Fluito from Training Rosas, and in today's sessions we are going to talk about organization and clarity, and we are going to learn how to declutter the mess. So if you are struggling with how to organize the different projects that you have or how to get clarity in your life, this is going to be a session for you. So as always, you are welcome to take your notebook to have any notes, and I will add the timestamps on the description of the video of the different categories, so you can skip the sections and go straight to the content that is most relevant for you. As always, if this is the first time that you see these free Sunday sessions, I'm going to inform you that I always tell my story, and I always invite you to come on live to the Sunday sessions, because these are free, these are open to everyone, to every performing artist, and it's a truly an experience of growth and learn. First of all, I'm going to tell you the story to get to know each other, because this is not for me to show how much he has done or anything. Each one of us has our own story, so comparison is the sensor of your own story. And who am I? I am Carlito Fluito, and I help performing artists to improve their mental health and professional stability using spiritual psychology and career counseling. How my journey started? It started dancing breakdance in 2005, and some years later I was learning by myself, and I entered into the university to study psychology. And after 4 years of study psychology, I finished my degree and I decided to get some real life experience. So I went to Denmark. Over there I learned contemporary and physical theater. We created a group of performing artists, and we were performing in different places of the city, and I also created my first solo, with which one I won the competition of the youth choreographers in Denmark, in Copenhagen. So this was my beginning in performing arts. I put something on a stage and I won the competition, so I was very uplifted, and I realized that okay, this is something that I like and people that value it. I continued creating solos, and I even directed a musical with 60 kids from 8 to 18 years old. Meanwhile, I was studying a master in positive psychology. So after having done this, I started to combine my discoveries on positive psychology, on spirituality, and on the body, and I put them together in these holistic workshops that I was doing for both performers and non-performers. And having done this, I was thinking, okay, but what do I really want? I want to become a professor in the university. I want to be recognized for how much I study, how much I learn, how much I know. So what I'm going to do is to go a PhD. So I applied for different positions as PhD, and I got one of them in Brussels. And the reality was that I wasn't happy at all. I was there where I wanted, and I had achieved my goal, and I was taking the same train every morning, taking the same laptop to go to the same office, to sit for 5, 6, 7 hours in front of the screen, looking at the data, looking at the spreadsheets, and I was miserable. Like, I was feeling that this was not what I was supposed to do. This was not the contribution that I wanted to do, and all my creativity, all my artistic life was dying inside me. As you can see in these pictures, it was truly inside, miserable every day after day. And I got depressed, and I got sick and tired of having that life that was burning all my soul and all my mission. So after 2 years of hardship, I took the decision and I became a non-PhD. And I decided to keep on researching and exploring and sharing in different ways, in more alternative ways, like I'm doing with Training Rosas, and I'm sharing all the things I know through these sessions, and spreading the spirituality through spirituality and psychology, and so many other things that are coming. So I became a non-PhD, and I was totally committed to develop my artistic career, and this was February of 2020. And if you know anything about recent history, you know that COVID pandemic started over there, and it basically locked down everything in Europe. So all my friends from the performing arts world, they were telling me like, they are cancelling our shows, they are cancelling our workshops, we don't know what to do, what's gonna happen? And I was like, wow, I just dropped my PhD and I stopped this life of security and stability, and now I find this. But I'm a very stubborn person, and I'm a very focused person, and if I say that I'm going to do something, then I do it. So I was basically taking my mobile phone or taking a camera and going to the street and created these micro performances, which was like a small pieces of 2-3 minutes telling a story and sharing my skills. And in this context is how Raining Rosas appeared. It appeared together with the TAMOS methodology, of this methodology of fast creation. So I was able to do 1 per week, and then to do 2 per week, and then I was creating in these different locations. And I got so used to the creative process that I take the step and I created a solo of 20 minutes, and then I created a longer solo of 1 hour, and I presented them, and I was extremely happy of having achieved what I wanted. It was like to have this artistic career, this creativity, and to put it out there. But that wasn't enough for me. As you can imagine, this ambition is always there, and I decided that Europe was nice, but then I had to take this beyond. So I went to Africa, and I've been living in Zambia and Zimbabwe, in Lusaka, working with different local artists, discovering the realities over there, creating with them, sharing through workshops, and with the big ambition and intention and vision of developing an artistic center that I can invite people and host people from all over the world, from Europe, from Latin America, from North America, to be there in Africa to explore, to discover, to experience. And in the other direction as well, to take people from Africa that are extremely talented and bring them to Europe. So if you are interested on this, hit us up, because in Raining Rosas we are doing. And if you want to know more, I also wrote a book that I published recently, and it's on Amazon. It's not around at the moment. The book is called 13 Letters Since 2013. It's written both in Spanish and English, and it tells a bit of this journey more in depth with the concepts and the questions like life crisis, like existential crisis of what is our identity, who am I and who can I be, what is our human relationships, if we are able to love or not, and finally, how can we bring meaning into our lives. So if you are going through any of these questions, this book is for you, and is going to make you like to have new insights about the value of writing and the value of finding your own answers, because the answers are within you. Having said this, we move to the emotional survey, where you have the opportunity of introducing yourself. You are welcome to move and stretch while all this is happening, and I'm inviting you to stop the video, open a comment box, and answer these questions, like what is your name, where are you from, what do you dance, what are you passionate about, what do you have difficulties with, what are your values, and how do you feel. And for the feelings, you can use this mood meter. In the upper part, if you have a lot of energy, in the lower part, if you have low energy. If you go to the right, then you feel positive. If you go to the left, then you feel more negative sensations. So please, I love to know my audience, I love to know who am I speaking to, and this is a relationship. So please stop the video and hit that comment box. And now we move to the warm-up. So and the warm-up section is always about a story. So today I'm going to start telling you the story of a project. Once upon a time, there was a performing artist that had this magnificent vision of developing an artistic project, and he wanted to do it with different artists and different collaborations and in different places, and he wanted to do it during different days. So he started to send emails, to write people DMs, to call different people, and then he was starting to trying to organize all this information and all these ideas. So this person started to create different folders on the computer, and what happened at some point is like folders were too many. So then he started to save some information in some folders, but that information that was also possible to save in another folder, and then another folder, and then he started having duplicates, but also he started having difficulties to find the information again when people were asking, but how is this gonna happen, when is this gonna happen, who is gonna come, how is this working, how much it costs, and all these questions that were so confusing where each of the files was, that this person ended up being burned out, being in the middle of that mess, not knowing where to go to find information, wasting a lot of time on the computer, and finally decided that he quit it because he burned out. That person burned out, and that person decided like, okay, I'm not gonna burn out with a project that I don't even know how to handle. So if you can relate with this story, this is something that probably a lot of performing artists go through, because they want to do these wonderful festivals or these wonderful projects, but they haven't received the information of how to handle that. In my case, because I've been working on the university for many years, and also I've been running my own projects, then I want to share with you some of the techniques and strategies that I use. So stay tuned because we are going to learn a lot. And now we arrive to the playing camp section where we learn through games. So in the game of today we are going to do some ADHD exercises, and I invite you to take your left hand and draw a triangle on the air. Right? Easy. And I invite you to take your left hand, your right hand, and with the left make a circle. With the right simultaneously make a triangle. Right? Still doable, still easy. Now we go to the next, in where you write a square with your left, right, and a circle with your right, and now a triangle with your left foot. Alright, beautiful. And now the next level is circle with the left hand, rhombus with the right hand, square with the left foot, and triangle with the right feet. Right? Yeah, that's it. Wonderful. Congratulations. It doesn't matter if you did it wrong or right. The lesson from this game is sometimes we want to do everything at the same time, and if we want to do everything at the same time, our brain has a limit. So if we are multitasking, if we have many fronts open, then what is happening is like the quality of each of our tasks is going to lower. So we're going to learn in this session is how to focus, how to find clarity, and that's extremely important, especially when you are doing these big projects. You need to go one by one, learning how to do what thing at each moment, because otherwise it's gonna get very complicated. And this is something that you can train through practice, but at the beginning I always recommend go one by one, organize, and be clear on what you do. Having said this, we move to the meditation. We always like to center ourselves with this meditation exercise that is going to go with you through the rest of your life. For that we are going to do a creative visualization. So I'm inviting you to sit straight, take a deep breath in, let your eyes close, roll your shoulders, straight your neck, and with the breath out you can relax your body. With the breath in you can focus on your breath coming in through the nose, out through the mouth. And keep on breathing. And notice your head, notice your mind. Notice how is it right now. Notice if there are many thoughts. And I invite you to visualize this mind, this head, like if it's a room full of thoughts that can be like clouds. And you can visualize and imagine a door in this room, and you can go to the door and you can open the door and pick one of the thoughts that are in your mind right now, name it and acknowledge it, recognize that the thought is there in your mind, and with a lot of gratitude, saying thank you for being there, thank you for reminding me this, you can invite this thought to leave your mind. And you can observe how the thought is leaving. And you can pick up another thought, and you can name it, you can recognize it, you can accept that the thought is there. And with a lot of gratitude, thanking the thought of its function, you can tell him that it's okay, now it can leave. And you can observe this thought leaving through the door. And you can continue observing the thoughts, acknowledging the thoughts, naming the thoughts, and inviting the thoughts with a lot of gratitude to leave your mind now. And one by one, these thoughts are leaving your mind space, creating this empty room, empty space, where you can now sit on the center of this room, of this mind space, and you can enjoy this emptiness, this clarity, this state of consciousness. And you can interiorize this new awareness that whenever you feel that there are many thoughts in your mind, you can always breathe in and out and invite the thoughts one by one to leave this mind, to enjoy being at your center, being in this quiet space of your mind. And with this new realization, I invite you to breathe in, connecting with your breath, breathing out, breathing in again, connecting with your body, breathing out, and breathe in for the third time, connecting with the chair where you are seated, with the space around you, with your room. And with the breath out, you can let your eyes open. So, welcome back after this mind training, this exercise. And this is the realization of today. If we want to work, if we need some clarity, we need some organization, so you are always welcome to find out how to clear out all these thoughts that you might have on your mind. So this technique is for you, and you can use it whenever you want. And this is how we arrive to the theory, where we are going to learn about essentialism. So we have limited amount of energy, and when we wake up in the morning, we want to do many things, but if we have a clear purpose, if we have a clear task, if we have an essential thing to do, then we can direct all this energy towards there. What happens otherwise is like we want to do a bit of this and a bit of this and a bit of this, and we are not moving anywhere because all our energy is scattered. So once we have the clarity, once we can go through this specific task, this specific goal that we are going to accomplish today, then we can put all our resources, all our energy, all our time, all our focus into one thing and accomplish that one, instead of moving into all directions. And for that, we are going to use Trello. Trello is this tool, is online, is free, is available for you, for everyone, where you have boards. And in these boards, you can create different lists. And in these different lists, you can put specific tasks. So we are going to see in the bootground section, in the practice, how to create these different lists with the different tasks, right? And the other tool that I am using and I want to share with you, which you might know already, is Google Drive. So in Google Drive, you can prepare the minimal needed folders for later to put the different information over there. And we are going to learn the different classification now. This is extremely important. Go one by one, okay? Like if you try to do 20 things at the same time, which I do a lot of things and it's not working, so this is also a reminder for myself, no? Like you choose one activity, you focus on that one. So set the lines. This is extremely useful, especially if you are a creative mind and you want to do this and this and this and then this, you might probably forgetting about something that you were going to do. So set clear deadlines and accomplish them. Remember, don't stress out. If you are trouble with the stress, go to the session number 2, stress and anxiety, and check it out. And also, if you have problem with knowing what is your purpose, you can always go to the motivation session number 4 and find out how to get in contact with your purpose and be motivated towards it. And session number 1 is about choosing 2 goals for 2022. So if you don't have goals yet, go to that session. Extremely important, execute. So put the distractions aside, set up a non-destructive, non-interruptions time, and execute the task one by one. And finally, one project. Choose one project, choose one task, and do one at a time. And with this, you are going to see your productivity increasing, and you are going to be able to handle everything, right? And for the practice, I'm inviting you right now to stop the video, think about one project, the next project, or the one that you want to carry out, and prepare a to-do list. So in a piece of paper or in a Word file or in a Google Docs, you can write everything that you can think of that you need to do. And this is going to be the to-do list for that project specifically. And next, we are going to go to Trello. And we are going to create this board from this to-do list. So you have already the project, you have already the list, and now you prioritize them and you order them in Trello. So you put them in the different categories, which I'm going to explain you right now which one are them. Very important, celebrate, okay? Celebrate every step of the process, because once you celebrate, you are reinforcing your own brain and you are telling to your brain everything that you are doing is great, is wonderful, you are amazing. and you are going to keep on doing things that you reward yourself for. And if you need to, put them on the calendar or set up deadlines, because this is going to help you to stay on track. And if you need to, ask a friend to be accountable for you, so he can tell you, okay, have you done this, how is your project with this, your progress. And for organizing the files and also for organizing the Trello, I invite you to follow this structure where you can focus on product development, and then you can write the application, for example, if you are going to apply for different festivals, and the process. If you are in the process of creating a new performance, you can save there the music, the ideas, you can save the videos, the rehearsals, and finally create the end result. So there you can have like the final piece. As well, if you have to communicate with different festivals, so you want to send the piece to different theaters, to move it around to different circuits or to your distributor, then you can prepare the communication. So you can write the emails and then forward them if it's to different schools, for example, if you are doing workshops. As well as the audiovisual aspect, where you have the dossier of the performance or the workshop that you have, the product, and then you have a trailer where you, in a video of 1 minute, 2 minutes, you explain the concept. So you can forward all this information easily. In a similar way, you create a marketing folder where you can put everything that you need for social media. So, and you can even schedule it, so you can do this once and forget about it. If it's something that you are getting paid by, which you should, then you can put all the bills, all the receipts, as well as the calendar to know when the different things happen. Or if you have recurrent payments that you have to do every month, then you can put them as well in the finances folder. And finally, operations, which are the more production aspect, if you're traveling or if you are eating here or there, so then you can save also all this useful information. And with this, you can already prepare the Trello with all the tasks organized and also hierarchized by importance, by level of importance, and then create the folders to start including the different files, right? And having said this, we arrived to the consolidation already, where I'm going to invite you to do a weekly challenge, which you might already have done, which is to create this to-do list of a single project, go and create different folders, put them on Trello as well, and focus on doing one task at a time. And when you do it, don't forget to celebrate, right? For the next session, we are going to focus on mental health, as you already know, and we are going to do romantic relationships because it's the 13th of February, which is one day before St. Valentine, and we are going to focus on nurturing a healthy attachment. And now is your turn. So first of all, help me help. Like, which friends do you want to invite to the next session? Which friend do you want to send this video? Because you are thinking, okay, this video is this person that I know that has these amazing ideas, but then doesn't know how to organize all of them. So go ahead, share the video, because you're making them a favor, enormous favor, by sharing this information. Now, Q&A. If you have any question, please write it on the comments, write it to me by email or by social media, and I will be more than pleased of helping. And finally, if you want to share your feedback, I'm much happy and elated by receiving your feedback and knowing how do you feel right now, what have you liked the most of the session, what has been the most valuable thing for you, and what do you want more of. This is very important for me. So if you write, okay, please cover this topic or cover this topic, I will be extremely happy of do so. And finally, what is Training Rosas? If you know us already, fantastic. If not, we are helping and we are serving the community of performing artists. How? You can find more information in trainingrosas.com, and you can see how we do these free online sessions every Sunday. It's totally free and it's for you. As well as we have the online course available about the TAMOS methodology. Very soon we are going to develop another program. Very exciting about it. And we do talks for different schools, different companies, different studios as well. You might be interested, or maybe for your school, you can tell your teachers, please, I got to know this psychologist, this dancer is doing talks, can we bring it? I'll be more than happy to give a talk in your school. And of course, if you want a private session, I'm also doing one-on-one private sessions, especially if you are struggling with any of these three. This can be your professional stability, how to handle your money life, your time, also your relationships, your family, and mental health. I'm a psychologist, I have the degree, I have the master, I was doing a PhD. So if you are struggling with mental health, I'm here to help you, definitely. And of course, if you want to keep on growing on your career, I have hundreds of techniques, hundreds of strategies to help you do so. How much does it cost? This can cost very little, because depending on which income level you are, which type of country, which type of economy, it can cost from 30 euros per month, which means that you get access to 4 sessions. These are group sessions, so you get access to 4 sessions per month just for 30 euros. This is cheaper than going to dance to learn a new dance, and you get specialized, individualized help for your specific case, for your specific struggles. Or you can get access depending on the country that you are. If you are in an income level 3, which is outside of Europe, North America, Australia, then it's only 15 euros per month. And if you are in an income level 1 or 2, most of these countries are in Africa or in Asia, then you can have access to these 4 sessions just for 5 euros per month, which is even affordable. So that's the point. I want to do these services affordable for everyone in the planet. If you want to know more, go to Renin Rosas or write me and I will explain you how to proceed with the payment. And having said this, the month review, which today we have only 1 session, but I'm creating these tables, so all the exercises are here for you, so then you don't have to worry about, okay, do we did this exercise or this exercise. For the story, we have told the story of infinite files. We have played to drawing shapes in playing camp. In Reconnect, we have created this mind space, and in theory, we have learned about essentialism and focus. And the boot ground, the two tools that we learned today was Trello and Google Drive. And that's all for me. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. I'm available for you. Just hit me up with a message at contact Renin Rosas or at Renin Rosas in the Instagram profile, and I will be here for you to answer your questions. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. You organize all your files, you get clarity, and I see you in the next session about romantic relationships. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.